Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 while I integrate psychological concepts as I travel around the country. So, I have to say that the first week was a bit challenging. A few things had gone quote unquote wrong. We broke a few things didn't go as well as we had planned, and we ended up having to basically fix a few things. Now, no matter how many times you can expect mistakes, they often become very catastrophic in the moment. Now, catastrophic thinking is a normal way for our bodies to protect ourselves, that this is the worst thing ever, that we are not going to survive this, that we shouldn't have done this. And so our brains basically explode during these times when things are going what we perceive as wrong. Now, this is what my brain was doing for the first week. Now, there are a few reasons for this. First is hindsight bias, taking our information that we have gotten now and using it to base how well we made a decision in the past. So, because we had started off on this trip and things had gone quote unquote again wrong, now I can say, well, see, I told you so, this was a bad idea, we should just stop right now, turn around and go back. And my brain was literally on fire for that first week, just expecting for the next thing to go wrong. Second, because my brain had been worrying for a period of time before I had left, okay, what we like to call anxiety apprehension, or worry about worry. Worry about things that may not even happen, or if they do happen, that they're going to be catastrophic in the long run. Now, because I had worried about those things, now I have confirmed the fact that, guess what? Yes, things did go wrong. And we should just stop and give up now and turn around. Now, the hard part about this is there wasn't any quote unquote good stuff in that first week to outdo what my brain was telling me. My brain was telling me, well, see, here's all the wrong things that had gone sideways or left, right, diagonal, whatever direction that they had gone in. But we hadn't explored any new places. We hadn't really hiked any new places. We hadn't seen any new things. We hadn't gone and seen any new people. So all of the wonderful experiences hadn't even happened yet. And they still have yet to happen since it's only been about 2 weeks. And so what happens is the mountain of evidence builds up in our brains saying, here's all the wrong stuff. Okay, and this stuff gets really, really, really heavy. And then it does this. So all the things that we're anticipating about being good and fun and exciting get outweighed by this stuff that has already happened. And we don't have anything to counterbalance it unless we can work through these thoughts. Now, I knew things were going to go wrong and we were going to have mistakes, and we still might have mistakes. And what has happened since then is that we have created newer experiences since then to sort of shift the balance. But in order to get through this stuff, what I really had to do was say, all right, so my brain is telling me I can't do this, or it shouldn't do this, or things are just going to get worse from here on out. And we should just stop, turn around, go back, and just not do anything about this anymore. This was quote unquote too much to take on. So I sat down with my brain a few times and I literally had to say to it, I was like, yes, this might be a lot. And whatever happens, I will try to handle as much as possible. And if I don't, hopefully there will be other people to help. And thankfully, there were. In one instance, we had gotten stuck somewhere and a bunch of people had helped us out getting stuck, or unstuck, excuse me. And then we had to continue on knowing that I could make this mistake again and get us stuck again. But there were people there to help, and if they weren't there to help, I could call somebody else to help me, and they could help us and dig us out. Now again, some of this stuff is financially dependent. Yes, we have the finances to get us unstuck, and we have the finances for us to do this adventure. So not everybody does. But one of the things that comes up is that in a community like this, in a community of people who are traveling around the country, especially during a time of COVID and pandemic, is that a lot of people in this community are willing to help each other. And that's one thing that we have noticed, is that people are willing to help us out and provide us new information or tools or things like that. But if I didn't have that going into all of these mistakes, which I didn't, then all I'm going to lean on is this heavy stuff that's saying, nope, turn around, stop, give up, peace out. And I really had to question my brain and get through all of this stuff about catastrophic things happening and mountains of hindsight bias evidence and confirmation bias building up in my brain that these things are just going to keep on getting worse and worse and worse as we move forward. Because there is no current evidence to say that, hey, things could get better. And now, a lot of these things come up in daily life. Okay, again, whether we're getting a new job or whether we're transitioning from one thing to another or starting school or getting out of school, is our brains tell us, this is going to be a lot. This is going to be too much. And so, we should just stop. And in our culture, too, we often don't rely on other people for help. We like to be independent. Unfortunately, independence has gotten us to the point where we're stressed out, we're anxious, we're depressed because we don't have any backup. Now, I'm not saying communal cultures are a great benefit either, because they also have their concerns too, where that there are a lot of people involved in your life that may or may not want to, be beneficial for you. But a good mix of this independence and this community can be very, very helpful, and that's what a lot of people here that are traveling around the country, again, especially during this time of pandemic, are really working on. They're working on this sense of community, but they're also being independent and doing the fun things that they want to do. Whether it's off-road jeeping, or whether it's hiking, or whether it's mountain climbing, or whether it's just traveling to see the sights. A lot of these people have been building these communities and working on also being independent at the same time. So what I want to leave you with today is that when things go wrong, and inevitably they will go wrong, we have several choices. First, give up. Screw it, we're done. Okay? Second, be super irritated about it, pout about it, do whatever we want, get through the emotional stuff, and try again, the same thing over and over and over again. Or third, you can try something different. That doesn't work, try something different again. If that doesn't work, ask for help. Help doesn't mean weakness. Help doesn't mean that you are incapable of doing things. Help means that you are capable of asking for help. It doesn't mean you're going to get it, and it doesn't mean that you are going to get the help that you need. And if you don't get the help you need, you can be assertive and ask somebody else for the help you need. And if that doesn't work, ask somebody else for the help you need. And this can be very important for especially college students who are just getting off on their own, 18, 19, 20 years old, starting college, and they're scared. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know where they're oriented, who to ask, what to ask. But if you ask and you don't get what you need, ask again, and ask again, and ask again. We've been so used to people giving us information that we forgot how to ask for help and ask for information. So I hope that this has been beneficial, and I hope that you guys continue to watch, and I hope that I will see you all soon.